All right, we live in earthquake country and the big one could hit at any time.
Yeah, so today a reminder of how important it is to be prepared. The annual Great California ShakeOut drill happened at 10:20 this morning.
CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal is live in Balboa Park where people were able to get a sense of what a large earthquake would actually feel like. Kelly.
That's right, and the state had an earthquake simulator out here so that the public could get a sense of what a 7.0 earthquake actually feels like. Now, at the same time, people here at the park, at the museums, took part in the Great California Shakeout. So here's why that's so important.
We can't predict earthquakes, so it's when it happens, when you know it's happening, it's already happening. No notice. So you have to be prepared. You have to have that muscle memory. You have to know to drop, cover, and hold on.
Now, we do have some video of students at Rhodes Middle School taking part in today's earthquake drill. Now, the 8th graders did exactly what they're supposed to: drop, cover, and hold on. So important to remind people that this is how you stay safe. The more we practice it, the more it just becomes routine. And should we ever experience a large earthquake, we'll all know exactly what to do. Now, meanwhile, that earthquake simulator, I went inside and got to experience what a 7.0 earthquake feels like. It is powerful, it is intense, and it really illustrates the need for things like large furniture to be tethered to a wall. It's just really a reminder to be thinking about what you would do in an emergency like this. So talk to your family about it, have a plan in place. We always hear scientists and experts talking about the big one could hit at any time. The problem is there's no way of knowing when that's going to happen. SCSU geology professor Pat Abbott explains more about that.
For Hurricane Ian that just came through, we can watch those clouds. We can tell what's coming. But what's going on miles below the ground, we do not have the ability to see that, nor any kind of instrumentation that sends off or records signals that we can take as a warning that one's coming. So it's just a big blind spot, shall we say, in scientific understanding now.
And he says it's possible that maybe we just aren't smart enough to understand it, but he says it's also possible that it's impossible to predict altogether, that maybe the Earth just moves and shifts completely randomly. Carlo and Jesse.
Okay, so Kelly, we heard them say it. We can't predict exactly when an earthquake will hit. When it's hitting, we feel it then. But what about a ballpark? Can they estimate with those the tools that they have a ballpark figure when a big one will hit 5, 10 years out?
I mean, they say that they do forecasting, so they forecast about 30 years down the road. So they say, for example, you know, this particular fault line has a 20% chance of having a 6.7 magnitude earthquake over the next 3 decades. But it's just something that's really difficult to pinpoint. However, Pat Abbott did tell me today, though, that he says the chances of a large earthquake hitting are much more likely to happen in Los Angeles rather than San Diego, and that just has to do with the way the fault lines move against each other.